coffins.
So what I gather is they're like, it's either they're bad at writing or they're really good at writing. And it's either or.
Yeah.
Because right now they're telling a story without really telling the story. I feel like you have to pay attention to what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, so we just looked over the journal, and apparently the Leapers were caused by an accident a long time ago, by like a viral memory or something.
No, but they don't actually. They say adverse health effects, but that really doesn't say that this is what was caused by it.
Well,
You know
I'm sure we'll figure out more as we open more journal entries. That must have been the first thing. But what makes me wonder is, maybe that was part of the whole... What if that was done by Edge, where he, like, did that to people to try and get it so people are like, will be afraid of it. And he feels responsible for the people who became like that, and that's why he calls them people.
Yeah. Possibly, yeah. I feel like that's definitely another version that could make sense. Like if they were caused by contaminated memory breach.
Yes.
And so they all got sick and were disposed of, like rounded up and disposed of.
Hold on.
So two possible theories about how they came about. One being that there was like a memory breach of some sort and people got infected with some sort of memory overflow and became sick, quote unquote, and then were disposed of and left to kind of fend for themselves as the Leapers. Or possibly that...
Because that one guy said I went through the whole thing and that never happened to me.
Yeah, or
both.
Or possibly that they became addicted to
Admire the madness of our generation. Families once lived here. The government had them forcibly removed to construct Saint Michel Dam and secure the fortress of La Bastille.
Yeah. That's like that Chinese dam. Remember? There were a bunch of cities in China that were forcibly like evacuated because China wanted to build a dam.
Yeah.
All this just so we can just kind of...
We're following his,
Yeah.
You hear that? You heard that, right? Jeez, calm down. Like a freaking cat in a flux chamber. This is our last rotation, and they're flushing the slums. Okay?
Okay, Johnny, let's see how you did it.
Oh, we made it through the minefield. Perfect.
La Bastille isn't too far from here. People used to live here.
Outcasts. Miserable souls. All moved far away when they built the new La Bastille.
Uh-oh! Your Louboutin!
broken our leg twice today. How nice.
Good thing we have cyber skin.
Another 97 falls and you'll be there.
Dude, you can't just do that. What?
Wow.
That's it, Johnny. Don't let go of me now.
Oh, okay. Whew. I was like, what is this bullshit? What's this thing?
I don't know, but it looks new. You know what I mean? Oh.
Oh. Synchronization fail, okay. Here we go.
Yay!
How I can just do whatever. Manhole cover. Great. Back into the sewers. That's where I want to go. Not until, like, anywhere interesting.
Well, it's gonna be... Oh, what's this? Oh, dear.
Citizen, you are subject to a Sigma 8 arrest warrant. Stand down immediately.
Whoa.
No, thank you. It, like, stuns me no matter what I do. Oh, here we go.
You leave me no choice.
What? I have to press Y, like, within a second.
One ends here. You leave me no choice.
So I assumed her flips would not jump over the, like,
Yeah.
shockwave, which was a stupid thing to assume, I guess.
I don't think that's stupid.
She doesn't jump up, she just jumps sideways, and I just didn't...
She's like, oh, me rolling on the ground will help me avoid this electric
Dang.
shockwave.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
You know who else hates QTEs?
What are cuties?
QTEs, quick time events.
Oh, I thought you meant like cuties, like cute things. I was like, I don't know, who? Who else hates quick time events?
My husband.
Oh, because he can't do them?
Yeah.
So
'cause
clearly
he
they're
sucks
dumb.
at them, so they're dumb. God, these are so stupid.
Just want to watch a cutscene. Why is your husband a scrub?
Labastille Fortress. The most notorious prison in Europe. Its patients have their memories confiscated when they check in. These memories are returned when they have served their sentence.
Well, what's the point of that then?
Unable to remember their previous lives, Labastille's prisoners are convinced that there is nothing to escape to. This twisted penal system is directed by Madame, the ferocious governor of Labastille.
But what's the point of that?
Absolute master of their minds, she is the only key to access the servers in the memory confinement center.
Keeps them docile.
But what's the point of having them serve a sentence if it doesn't...
After my arrest, it was there that I was locked up with
They
the
feel
other
helpless
Errorists.
or hopeless, like an existential
Now
crisis.
Edge is sending me
no way.
back to liberate my comrades and my confiscated memories. I have to admit, the prospect of returning there fills me with hope and dread in equal measure.
I'm saying, what's the point of a prison that doesn't actually, like, do anything other than make you feel like shit? Like, okay, that you served your sentence, the end.
That's why it's a horrible prison.
So I was wondering, like, are they having an existential crisis, or are they just, like, blank slates just hanging out until they leave?
They're convinced there's nothing to escape to, that they have no lives, that there's no meaning to their existence.
Oh, and then they have the memory of
it's like
thinking
an
that?
endless hell of confusion and
I just, like, you know... I'm like, yeah, that sounds pretty bad, but what's the point of that?
Only Madame
as
has
a
access to
prison?
the Bastille memory servers.
to make
Trace
them
the
live in
bitch
hell.
down. Find out how to get them.
Yeah, I'm thinking in terms of, like, if they're gonna be there until they die, I mean, yeah, I guess that could be a good prison. But if they're going to serve their time and then go back in the world, what's the point of that? If you're, like, I'm thinking in terms of just, like, efficiency. That's not gonna, like, what are they gonna do when they come back? okay? You need to, like, give them skills or something if you don't want them to reoffend, not just be traumatized for the rest of their lives.
Oh, you're talking about wanting it to be a good prison.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I was like, no, they've actually made it very efficient if you don't care about the people who are imprisoned. They've made it extremely efficient.
In my mind, an efficient prison would be a prison that doesn't just, like, hold them and then release them. It would be a prison in which, because they said, until they're released. And I'm like, okay, so if you don't want them to come back, you need to give them something, like, anything, instead of just suffering.
We live in...
Not that, but I know.
Yeah.
An efficient prison.
Not efficient.
I would think that if we had the power to give people...
Rehabilitative,
Yes.
I believe is the word you're looking for.
Yes.
Efficient implies that it's doing its job of keeping people locked up. Rehabilitative is like...
I guess if the goal is to
healing
torture
them.
people... If the goal is to torture people in the most horrific way possible, they're very efficient.
Yeah.
But my interpretation of efficiency would be... give them skills they can use in the outside world so they don't reoffend.
Does anything about this world
imply
suggest,
efficiency? No.
Suggest that that's what they would want to do?
You
Economically.
break me out and now you expect me to waltz back in there.
The Errorist movement is counting on you, Nilin. You must break into those servers and free their stolen memories. Free your memories. This is where we rise from the ashes and fight back.
I'm just thinking,
Do we ever meet this dude?
I don't know. I hope if he's our boyfriend, that he's, like, at least hot. Because his name is Edge, and I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, my name's Edge.
Like, dude, no it isn't. What's your real name? Paul?
I wonder if his name is Edge, if she's like, stop edging. Ha 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 ha. She laughs at him all the time.
I thought that's what you liked. Is that somebody's, like, cell?
No, I think that's just...
Wind. Okay.
Yeah.
But, like, in my head, the most efficient prison would be a prison in which you don't have a reoffending possibility, because it's less economically sound to have it in a way where the prisoners will come back.
And no remembering to help this time.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that, so...
Drones. And no remembering to help this time.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, but in an efficient prison, there would also be no drugs. People would have access to, like, health care. You know what I mean? Like, people who were sick would get access to the medications that they needed. There would probably be therapy. All things that...
There wouldn't be these things there!
Yeah. I remember I used to have a stuffed Simba. Stuffed animal Simba, and it made that noise if you squeezed it. Not
so
the
you're
noise...
saying that I'm
not
a lion.
the noise you're making.
Yeah, no, I'm scary.
No.
I'm a scary person.
Don't
People
you
are
remember in The
scared of
Lion
me.
King where Simba roars and, or Mufasa roars and Simba, like, tries to do it?
Yeah, I'm Mufasa.
And everybody laughs at him?
No, I'm Mufasa,
No,
right? Everyone's, like, really scared of me, and
Ev-
nobody laughs at me.
Everybody's laughing at you.
Nobody's laughing. I'm really scary. Everyone is actually, like, turning the Let's Play off because they're so scared. They're like, this is too scary. I'm too intimidated by how Alpha Mari is. What are these, like, glitchy ones? Like, are they real?
I wonder if it's because they can clearly... I wonder
Maybe
if
they can hack your brain.
that's what I was just gonna say. Maybe they, like... They don't hack it, but they, it's like a perception thing. Because you have a sensen, they can change how your sensen perceives them.
So brain hacking.
Yeah. But not, like, to steal memories.
Stacy
or
wanted
anything.
it to say it in a fancier way than me. She was like, no, it's like this. And I'm like, okay.
A drone destroyed by leapers. That must have been some battle.
I wouldn't stand a chance against one of those
Yikes.
machines.
Oh, they've been here for
There's
a
it.
while.
Yeah.
See if you can't recover the detection module in this broken drone.
How about you do it? Jesus Christ. See drone detection ranges. Cool.
Lucky you. Your Sensen can now indicate any drone captors you might come across. Very handy.
Here we go. I guess I don't need it.
No, it's broken.
Oh.
It can only sense that small area.
It's effective.
How efficient.
Super efficient. I wonder if I can stay in this corner. Haha, you're dumb.
What good is having a drone if it, like, can only sense that limited area?
Well, you know what? Nothing about this world seems to be effective. They're like, yeah, we'll just put the prisoners in eternal torment. And you're like, but why? Well, because. And you're like, but that's not efficient.
Yeah.
And I'm not being like, oh, poor felony people, but it's like, how are you gonna, like, fix anything if you're just like, yeah, let's just traumatize them over and over again and then throw them back in the world? That's great.
Well, I feel like the reason why we have so many, one of the reasons why we have so many repeat offenders in the U.S. is because we don't really do anything to rehabilitate people. We just lock them up in a pen and then let them loose after a certain period of time. But like,
what's the point?
What's the point? Yeah, it's an inefficient system.
And it's an inefficient system proven by the fact there's reoffenders.
Did you know that the United States has more people in prison per capita than any other country in the world, like by far?
I wonder why. And nobody say anything racist. You're banned.
Yeah. But I mean, more so even than places that have very that you
high crime.
Yeah, that have higher crime, or also that you would think might have a high population, like
the prison with a human face. Admire the lie. Blind machines serving an automated administration.
That smell. That noise. It's getting under my skin.
In order to get into the prison, you'll need to intercept an empty cell and use it like an elevator.
This is the most inefficient society I've ever seen. Look at all this shit they have. And they're like, yeah, let's just torture people. I don't know why. And also, our drones suck. Like, I feel like this is a society with so much technology, like, run by idiots.
Yeah.
Like...
Well, it's authoritarian.
Yeah, that might make sense.
Where they believe in an established authority above all else.
Because they have, look at all this technology they have, and it's like, and then they have free labor. I don't know. I'm still like being like, but you're like, no, the utility is torturing them, and I'm like, no.
It's not just torturing them; it's also to keep them docile.
Oh,
because he said they believe they have nothing. So go down to it.
And I'm listening to you, so I don't accidentally trigger a
It's so that he said it's so they believe they have nothing to escape to, so why would they want to escape? So they never try to get out or never try to resist.
So I'm wondering, like, I understand that they're docile, and then they have to serve their sentence. And I'm like, well, what's the point of that? What are they learning? What? They just go into it's like, you know how they had in Demolition Man where they're like, you have to serve your sentence in a coma, and I'm like, but why is that important? Because they just go to sleep and wake up. Do they remember the traumatizing thing, so then they're like too traumatized? I don't like this. This seems like a bad trick. This I'm not. Nope. This seems like a bad idea. I don't know. Yeah, Ed, sure.
This cell. It reminds me of something really bad. Oh, I remember this place. The
Yeah?
hopelessness.
But why?
Like I was never gonna leave.
The lower down they keep you, the more of you they take away. They strip memories like old prisons used to take away belts and shoelaces.
How far did I fall?
Hey sis, Nilin, this place has no hold over you anymore.
I keep being like, but why? Like, even though I know why, it's because it's just like,
Because
they don't care.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, that's not efficient. That's not the best way to get things done.
Maria, I'm not sure if you know humans, but most humans actually do not care about efficiency.
I was raised by 2 economists, so I'm like, nope, that's not economically sound.
But even people that claim that that's what they want, like, if people really did things in the most efficient way 100% of the time...
No, that would still be bad.
Yeah.
Well, that's not efficient. Oh, I'm stuck. Goddamn cutscene. Oh.
You have to duck into that, I think.
Yeah. So everything's done by robots who get news for some reason.
No, this doesn't look... I think there's gotta be people that work here too, right?
I don't know. I feel like this structure needs a major redo, and that instead of putting them into existential pain crisis, maybe give them, like, memories of skills.
So...
That's how I would organize the prison. I'd be like, today we're going to be implanting memories of high-skill labor.
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, and this is how you do this wonderful project.
I think that the approach that they're currently taking is that you should segregate the people who are quote-unquote dangerous away from the rest of the population and spread fear into the rest of the population about...
Like, you should be scared of going to jail.
Yes.
That doesn't work because people don't have a concept of fear until they experience it, and then by the time that happens, it's too late.
Not that it would scare them away from going to prison. I just meant, like, they make the population fearful of...
The government?
Of prisoners, of whatever, things like that.
Oh, okay. Hey, what's up, you?
Robot! I feel like we miss all of those.
What?
Those things.
Well,
those package things.
Whatever. What are we gonna do?
I'd rather play the game, though.
And in the most anticipated rematch in chess history, Deep Blue beat world champion Garry Kasparov 3.5 to 2.5. It's 256 processors capable of analyzing over 200 million moves per second.
The first adult mammal ever to be successfully cloned. It sparked debates the world over about the
top website for 1998. The tiny startup Google has moved to permanent offices in Palo Alto and is currently in advanced talks for a fresh round of venture capital.
Promise you'll remember me?